I do have a few questions, and I think that this is reasonable for us to have questions when a man drowns in the pond on the residence of a former president of the United States, Barack Obama, in Martha's Vineyard. I think it's fair to have questions, and I think that we deserve to have answers to these questions. Here are my questions about this man who was drowned. First of all, the initial reports on this story did not say who this person was. So my first question is, who is this? Who is this person that was drowned? We have since found out that it was Obama's personal chef, a man by the name of Tafari Campbell, who worked for the former president and his family in Obama's house. He was paddleboarding on the pond with someone else. And what's strange about it is if you look at the Instagram account of Tafari Campbell, several years ago, he posted that he didn't know how to swim, that he was unable to swim. So in a sense, you have to wonder, well, why were you paddleboarding then? But oddly enough, later on his Instagram account, he posted that he learned to swim, which is great. If you're an adult who doesn't know how to swim and you learn to swim, kudos to you. Swimming's great. And it's also a safety issue. You should know how to swim. But who was he with? Who was this person? This is the strange part of the story to me, is that there were two people paddleboarding. It was Obama's personal chef and someone else. And the other person who observed Tafari Campbell fall off his paddleboard didn't do anything to save. At least that's according to the reports, according to the knowledge of what we know right now, it doesn't seem that there was a rescue effort made. This pond reportedly is only 8 feet deep. So a person who is able to swim and who is with another person, who was observed by another person, you have to wonder what exactly happened. Was this an incident of drowning, or did he have a heart attack? Did he have a stroke? Did he fall off the paddleboard because of some other medical emergency or issue? What exactly happened here? Was the person who was with Tafari Campbell, was he a guest at the house? Was he a guest of the Obamas? Reportedly, the 911 call came from the Obamas' main residence. So you have to wonder who called the cops? Who was aware of the situation as it happened? These are questions I think it's fair to ask. This is not being a conspiracy theorist. I'm not suggesting that there was any foul play here, anything fishy happened. We don't have any indication of that at the moment. I don't think it's particularly fair to assume just because Obama's a radical leftist who associated with critical race theorists and Marxists like Derek Bell, defended him in college. I don't think it's fair to assume that he has anything to do with the Clinton body count, which, according to Anthony Weiner's response, seems kind of like it might be real. Be pretty easy to believe that that's real. But I don't know that this has to do with anything. It might, if they're secretive about it, if there's something shady about it, if they don't answer our questions. But these are the questions that we should ask so that we know exactly what went down. This is sad. A man lost his life. He wasn't an old man. He was a middle-aged man. He died tragically. And if he drowned, it's a horrible way to die. I'm sorry for him. I'm sorry for his family. I am praying for everyone who's involved, but I do want answers to these questions, and I think it's perfectly reasonable that we demand those answers because the answers exist. It's just a matter of whether we're going to be told the information.